What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today, we'll be covering Sun in the 10th house. And what does it mean to have the Sun in your 10th house in your birth chart? Well, what's the Sun? The Sun is our ego, it's our vitality, our confidence, our life direction, our career. Okay? What is the 10th house? The house of career. The house, our public life. This is where we receive any achievements or recognition. All right, but for the most part, it represents our service to the world. Okay, the sixth house looks at it in an everyday fashion. Okay, and the 10th house looks at it from the standpoint of your impact on the world. All right, through your career. So this and it's funny because I said yesterday that depending on how you look at astrology, sun and not sun, the ninth house can be considered the most important house in the horoscope. That's up for debate, okay? But I could definitely say for sun, I think sun in the 10th is by far the best house for sun because you can learn a certain truth about life through this, okay? And for all my 12th house people watching, listen up. Um, no matter what we're all here to play different roles, right? And throughout spirituality, a big understanding is getting that we're all one. That everyone plays a role here to complete to the oneness of the collective. No matter what you do, whether it be big or small, okay, whether you receive a lot of recognition for it or not, your role in society matters, okay? And the reason I say this, 12th house people, especially to listen up, is because when you're a 12th house person, it's a natural pull for you not to want to be grounded in reality. And a huge understanding on this spiritual journey is that you have to be balanced. You have to take the insights of the invisible world and the ideas available from the invisible world and ground them in reality. Okay, so it's a really important position, I feel like, and probably the best position for sun because it kind of just guides you, like it keeps you from being able to fuck everything up. Just to be blunt with you, even if you want to remove yourself from society and not play a part, sun in the 10th forces you to do just that. All right, so the first thing you need to know if you have sun in the 10th is that you can't escape your duty to society. Your duty within society is so important that you will always be presented an opportunity to be a leader or to showcase your leadership abilities. This position shows us the difference between an average not an average worker, a set sun in the 10th shows us why certain people are celebrated even if they may not even do enough to be celebrated. I'll give you an example. Sun in the 10th will always get you the recognition that you desire because of its position. When it's at its highest strength. So it always opens up opportunities for you. And I give an example of, say we have someone who is a doctor, okay? Someone who is a doctor. There's many people who are doctors. The difference, but we as people, right, in this day and age especially, when we think of doctors and when we think of TV, we think Dr. Phil and we think Dr. Oz. Okay? There are tons of doctors out there with, adequate knowledge, just like these guys, and who work hard just like these guys, but these guys have an opportunity where they're thrusted into a position where they're the face of their profession. Does that make sense? This is sun in the 10th. It Not that, because I don't want you to think it guarantees you fame. Not at all. It guarantees you recognition. So, I could give an example of a school teacher. Say, you know, say you have a little school teacher teaching in a little inner city, right? They've been teaching there for, oh, great one. Like, let's look at Freedom Fighters, the with Hillary Swank, right? That she injected lots of inspiration and creativity into the children through her position, and they garnered attention by the events that they went on with. And let's just say, she got named Teacher of the Year. This is Sun in the 10th. It's the difference between just being, oh, he's, oh, my kid is a teacher, versus, my kid is a professor at Harvard. Da, 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 da. It's a difference in opportunity. All right. So like I said, this position really kind of prevents you from messing things up for yourself, because the opportunities will always be there, and working is a part of life. Like I said, it's something that you can't escape. So the first thing, like I said, I reiterate. First thing I want you to know is that you can't escape your duty. Whatever you're doing, on big or small, you're meant to be doing that, and you're going to receive the love and appreciation that you desire. All right. The next thing with Sun in the 10th is that, as far as, like, because it's not just about being an actor, because I wanted to say that lots of actors are seen with Sun in the 10th, but the idea of being an actor represents so much more. I give you an example, right? Like, um to be an actor brings fame, right? Fame where people identify with you, with other characters, through your being. All right. So it shows a way in which the world looks at you. They look at you with the respect of an actor. They look at you like, I know this person. Or like, it's this huge respect attached to it. And with Sun in the 10th, we can see, like, it gives good insight into the ascendant as well, because one thing about the ascendant, you get to realize here that no matter how you feel inside, right, you could feel like, man, I'm like the most Gemini or Taurus, Aries person out there, right? But people, when they see you, they keep thinking you're a Leo or you're a Cancer or something like that. That's because you're ascendant. Wherever your ascendant is what people will always see. All right? They will always see that, despite the how you feel about yourself. That's the first impression they'll always get. So with Sun in the 10th, it's good to know. It's just good to know that you have the respect of society. Like, you're a pillar. Like, you're respected. So self-confidence isn't really a problem for these people. But if it is for you, just know that, no, people always, they look at you with this sense of respect, the respect of an actor. But like I said, lots of actors are seen from this position just because sun is that strong, and everyone is attracted to that light. All right. As far as to speak on work a little bit more, my next suggestion is that, despite whatever sign it is, you go into business for yourself. Now, if you're a doctor and you work at a hospital, or you need a company, like you work directly through a company and it's going well, that's fine. The reason I say that is because this position is, part of it is, you're supposed to experience what it's like to be the boss. That's why these opportunities get thrown to you. Okay. So it's by if you, whatever you do, if you choose to branch out on your own and make it your own, you're more than likely gonna be successful at it. So this is really a position of an entrepreneur, and people with this position is, like I said, I think it's the best position for Sun, because really what it's trying to show you is that you really are the master of your domain, and that you know, as far you have the respect, you know, it's not something you have to fight for. Um, Another great thing about this position is that people, the reason people gravitate towards these guys is because their ego is pretty balanced, you know, and it's not like a Sun in the first where, you know, the ego might be too strong and project too much. Like I said, the way people see you is just like with this great leadership. All right, so you can honestly, this is a position where whatever you really want to do, you can do. And just by looking at the sign and the things connected to that sign, you can really find your niche. Okay. A good example is like if we have a Sun in Aries here, more than likely this is an athlete. And I see it a lot in women. Even if a woman doesn't play professionally, I may see that she has some athletic background in that. You know, whether she played sports and end up being a physical trainer, you know, something like that. So, you know, sports is connected to Aries. So even if you're not on that stage, if you're not the star, the Leo in the career field, you're very much so a respected part of it, you know, like through being a physical trainer or something like that. So you really want to look at your sign and the things connected to that. It's going to give you huge insight for my Mercury ruled people, you know, with Virgo here or Gemini here. The world is your oyster, especially nowadays. It's with media. Opportunities will definitely open up. And you want to know another thing, just for my people out there who watch ESPN and things like that. I feel like if you're aware of like Carrie Champion, she's one of the female analysts, anchors on there. I feel like she has a Sun in the 10th, and another like it's just another example to show you like people with Sun in the 10th, like others just like them a little bit more in how they do their job. You'll have, you know, other people doing the same job, but that person was Sun in the 10th. You just like them a little bit more. It's like, man, I like watching them. So I always say, you know, for myself, anytime I see Carrie Champion, I'm like, man, she has to have a Sun in the 10th because she just like she does her job so well. All right. I think that's it, guys. So this is my interpretation of Sun in the 10th. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. Until next time, peace.